Yeah, I want to point out we have about 10 seconds when the ceremony is supposed to start. Obviously, things are still happening behind the scenes. In fact, the transition of power already underway. Just moments ago, the key presentation ceremony took place in the old state capitol. This is video from the old Senate chamber. You're seeing a ceremonial key exchange between outgoing Governor Glenn Youngkin and Governor-elect soon-to-be Governor Abigail Spanberger. He is handing Spanberger a key to the executive mansion. The long-standing Virginia tradition symbolizes the peaceful transfer of power. So there is a modern twist from years gone by, really. Instead of a traditional metal key now, the governor, soon-to-be Governor Spanberger, received an electric key card, just to show you that we are in modern times. Right, Simone?
Yeah. No, we love this. And so I just wanted to mention, too, I mean, you touched on this, Matthew, but this moment is so essential to a functioning, healthy democracy, right? The peaceful transfer of power, and that they found a modern twist to do it in Virginia politics is incredible. I did want to mention the traditional keys, again, which are now key cards. Back in the day, Governor Ralph Northam handed his key card to incoming Governor Glenn Youngkin, and his dog Murphy had chewed on it. So do with that what you will. But did want to mention, we can hear the drums in the back here. Wanted to bring you, we're going to take a listen into the joint call right now.
All right, so the time is almost here. We have Don Scott, the Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates, about to call the Joint Assembly back to order. And after that, House Majority Leader Charneil Herring, who is from Fairfax County, will take her position at the top of the portico steps to announce the entrance of the governor and all the elected officials being sworn in today. You can see just how many people have already made their way there as they are waiting for this historic moment to not only see Abigail Spanberger become the first female governor. We have Ghazala Hashmi, who will become the first Muslim woman to take hold of a statewide office position as lieutenant governor, as well as Jay Jones, who is going to be the first Black Attorney General of Virginia. We have about 5,000 people there, so you can only imagine what it's like to be there. In fact, I was messaging a former congressman, former Republican Congressman, Denver Riggleman of Virginia, who, when he was there at the U.S. Capitol, worked with Spanberger. He's actually currently in his seat right now, sending me some videos. I know he is sitting next to Hakeem Jeffries there on the seat. He was sending some photos of what it looked like there. With a little bit of the drizzle, as you may have seen from Simone there on the riser, as they are waiting for this historic moment.
Matthew.
Yes, Simone.
I'm going to jump in here. Yes, you were really having some good points. I wanted to build upon them. So again, there's a lot of tradition here in this inauguration, and you're going to start to see it play out. I wanted to explain some of it. Again, you're starting to hear some of the pomp and circumstance. I'm going to step out of the way here, but this year's inauguration is at the South Portico at the Virginia State Capitol building.
The Honorable Charneil
You can hear the crowd
Herring.
starting to cheer. They're announcing the inaugural committee here.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present His Excellency, the Governor of the Commonwealth, the Honorable Glenn Youngkin, and First Lady of Virginia.
The ceremony is underway.
Simone, if you can hear me as we are waiting for them, can you just give us an idea of what the energy is like with the people around you?
Yes, so you know what, the risers are packed, and you know, I imagine this crowd is a bit tame because of the weather. Everyone is bundled up. They have their ponchos on because of the rainy weather earlier, but it has since stopped. And earlier we saw a lot of the crowd cheering kind of sporadically. Everyone it's just silent in here. You could hear a pin drop, honestly. Eyes are glued on the south portico, ready for the ceremony to begin. And you can see also the security presence. I wanted to touch on that. It's been massive. We were here yesterday. We saw the National Guard move in, and you can kind of see them, if you look closely, surrounding the south portico. Taking this quite seriously. But listen, there's a lot of incredible energy. The people who are here today, Matthew, you detailed it, but a lot of them are here because of a lottery. And so they were lined up around the block this morning. We were talking to them as they came in, and they said, we wanted to be here to watch history unfold. And that's exactly what they're doing. I was speaking with Spanberger's inaugural team. They sent me some key themes of her address today. And so expect this inaugural address to last about 20-25 minutes. They were telling me that coalition is going to be a huge focus. Coalition, a moment of unity. So listen for the governor-elect to call on Virginians to put aside division, vitriol, and write a new chapter of Virginia history. Take a look, you can see current governor, Glenn Youngkin, right there in the middle.
You can't help but wonder what might be running through his mind.
To outgoing Governor Glenn Youngkin?
Right.
Right, yes. As one chapter closes, you can see Don Scott, as you pointed out, House Speaker Don Scott.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present the members of the General Assembly Inaugural Committee.
Matthew, if you can still hear me, I wanted to mention a few other things that Spanberger's team has told me she's going to be touching on today, which is very important to Virginians moving forward. But commitment to getting things done is one of the cornerstones. Again, we've heard that promise of affordability, right? Lowering costs, strengthening public schools, protecting Virginia's economy. It was kind of reminiscent of JFK's inaugural address, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. She'll be calling on Virginians to find a way to serve their communities and to contribute to the Commonwealth's success. Also, expect the governor-elect to speak to the power of this moment. You can hear some cheers erupting in the crowd. You can see Senator Kaine shaking some hands there as you look into the dignitaries, the politicians coming down on the South Portico as we speak. Matthew, Mark, Senator Warner as well. We see him, waving to the crowd there. Everyone making their way in. As I touched on, Matt, the context of this historic moment, right? You'll hear the governor-elect express gratitude to the generations of women before her. Mary Sue Terry, who came so close to being the first governor of Virginia decades prior to this. And she'll be talking about Virginia history, 250 years of that history, and also how it's tying into the 250th anniversary of our nation's history as well.
Yeah,
Also, you will hear her talking about what's coming next. So you're going to see her focus on things moving forward. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you just can't overstate, because now we have all the former living governors there now, just to know they are going to be behind Spanberger, watching this transition of power, but really watching history being made, the 75th governor being a female governor there. And her theme of the inauguration is United for Virginia's Future. So to see all of the people from different political backgrounds being united, I'm sure she will be touching on that with her speech. But it's just amazing to see all of these key figures, from state to federal, coming down.